tired. Do you ever feel so tired that the world just looks different? That's how tired I am right now. I just get fatigued during certain times of the month. But there's no time to sleep when there's a new Owl House to talk about. Hello, cartoon fanatics. RJ here, and welcome back to Cartoon Corner. I don't know why I sang that. I had completely missed the memo of no Owl House last week, so on Valentine's, I spent most of the day scouring the internet like, where is it? Where is it? But here we are, and we got a fun new Owl House to talk about, so let's get started before I pass out. This week's episode starts in the middle of a magic card game called Hex's Hold'em. You know, like Texas Hold'em, but it's witch stuff. Okay, moving past the pun. Ida gets so obsessed with the card game that she runs out of her magic elixir that keeps her curse at bay. And since the day market guy is all out, she has to go to the night market to get the elixir instead. While she is out doing that with King, Willow and Gus encourage Luz to hold a moonlight conjuring at the Owl House, which is similar to a slumber party, except that when the moon rises, instead of pillow fights, you animate and control an object for the whole night with your friends. You know, just wholesome games! Luz is nervous to agree since Ida will be out and told Luz that she couldn't have the conjuring. But Luz doesn't want to disappoint Willow, and Willow is just so excited to have enough friends and to be able to kind of rub this in Amity's face, since Amity and her popular friends are also hosting a Moonlight Conjuring, and keep saying that Willow doesn't have enough power and isn't like a true witch. So, a wild night at the Owl House it is! So, it comes time for the Moonlight Conjuring, and kids pick a silly action figure to animate. But they accidentally animate the whole Owl House instead, sending Hootie in a trance. Poor Hootie. He just gets the short end of the stick all the time. And when Luz is unable to snap him out of the trance, they discover that they can actually control the house now when they all hold hands together. So, what do you do when you have a house that suddenly sprouts giant legs that you can control? Take it for a joyride, of course. Again, Luz is extremely hesitant to take Hootie anywhere, since she wasn't even supposed to be holding the Moonlight Conjuring, but Willow convinces her by saying that they can show off to Amity, and so they are off, having the night of their lives, freaking out Amity's friends, pranking people, and attracting the nearby demon hunters. A walking house with owl chicken legs. Yeah, looks kinda like a demon. Looks a lot like Baba Yaga's house. Actually, are we sure Ida's not some kind of version of Baba Yaga now that I'm thinking about it? I'm not going to think about it too hard. This is not the night for theories. So while the kids' wild night is being tethered down by demon hunters determined to break down the house and destroy Hootie, Ida and King are bargaining in the night market for an elixir. The seller amps up the price. Ida disagrees to pay that much, and they get into a game of Hex's Hold'em. Ida is convinced she'll easily win, but the seller ends up winning instead, trapping Ida and taking King as his own servant because he's seen the wanted posters around for Ida and thinks he'll make a lot more money if he turns her into the Emperor's Coven. Yeah, things aren't looking so hot for any of our characters tonight. Where was I going with this? I had a point summarizing the whole plot of the episode here. Right. So I found it interesting how these two stories are more focused on Willow and Ida's journey as opposed to Lucid Ida. I promise I'm going to explain that. See, here Ida and Willow are both kind of reckless. Ida being confident in her skills of winning Hex's Hold'em, and Willow excited and determined to shove it to Amity that she is an amazing witch as well. Both of their prides and confidence gets them in serious trouble in this episode. And in the end, both characters have to swallow their mistakes and lean on their companions for help. In Ida's case, apologizing to King for acting like he was something that he could be used to bet on cards, and in Willow's case, apologizing to Luz for pushing her to break Ida's rule, despite Luz not wanting to do so. It's an interesting character parallel. I don't know if that's what the writers were going for here, but that's what I got out of it, and I found it really fascinating. Also, Willow's plant powers are totally superpowered now that she's able to properly study plants at school. All she has to do is be able to grab a plant, and she can use her magic to spread the plants everywhere and bend to her will. You go, girl. Listen to Luce. You are a powerful witch.
No offense, Gus. No, not at all. I know what I'm about.
So, after apologies and regaining friendships and all that fun, warm stuff, our trio easily beats up the demon hunters. Ida and King are rescued when the owl house storms across the night market and smashes the cellar stand, giving King a chance to give Ida the elixir and the power to properly escape. And when all is said and done, the moonlight conjuring ends, Hooty is restored to normal, and although Ida punishes all three of them with cleaning the whole house for sending Hooty on a joyride, she and King are both pretty impressed that they were able to animate the whole house, mentioning that it takes a lot of magical power to perform a conjuring on that level. We've already seen Willow's potential, but this says a lot of Luce and maybe Gus as well. Remember, it takes 3 friends to properly perform the conjuring. Gus does have magic skill, but he's more of an entertainer and enjoys lighter magic. Maybe he used to have a lot of power, but settled for what he got with the Magician's Coven. Remember, when you sign up for a coven, all the rest of your magic gets locked out. But as for Luce, there's possibly a lot more magic potential to her than we realize. She might have to perform magic differently, but if she can master her way of doing it, she might be a future force the Boiling Isles has to reckon with. And that would be awesome. Got another yawn stuck in there. Okay, favorite moments of the episode. Basically, all of King's commentary during Ida's loss with Hex's Hold'em, and then his spite to get Ida to properly apologize to him. Even when he's upset and snarky, he's just adorable and hilarious. I present to you, folks, the first top 3 adorable King moments!
You play Hex's Hold'em? Really? Now? I'm sorry. King? Who's King? I go by Little Bone Boy now. Just because I have a model's body doesn't mean you can use me like this.
This has been top 3 adorable King moments. Stay tuned, because I'm sure in future episodes there's going to be a lot more of these. Also, I enjoyed the payoff at the end of the episode where we see how Amity's moonlight conjuring went. She had, 4 other girls with her, including her, and combined they couldn't animate a simple stuffed doll. I don't know what that says about Amity's friendships or her power, but it was funny to watch their facial expressions when they saw posts of Luce, Willow, and Gus's moonlight conjuring. Yeah, overall a super fun episode that allows us to see more Willow and Gus and remind us that Ida's curse is becoming a bigger conflict as time goes on. Fun episode. That's all. Yeah, that's all I got. What time is it? Anyway, oh man, this yawn is stuck in my throat. Okay, if you liked this video, put a thumbs up and press that like button. As always, links to Cartoon Corner playlist and other fun videos are in the description below. This is RJ, signing off. I need to sleep in for once. I'm just drained. Tired owl noises. That's my tired owl noise. Okay, I'm off to bed.